Hey there guys, how are you? Welcome to a brand new Q&A Ask Anything, where anything and everything goes. But before we dive into the questions, I first want to tell you about a super cool company called Simple Mobile. Let's move. Yeah, Simple Mobile was founded on the idea that your phone is your own personal link to freedom. Joining Simple Mobile, what was I doing down there? Anyway, joining Simple Mobile is super easy. All you have to do, just use your own GSM phone, purchase a Simple Mobile SIM card, activate one of Simple Mobile Unlimited plans, then follow the easy process to set up Simple Mobile on your phone. It's that simple. That is delicious. Anyway, guys, if you want to learn how to save money on your current phone bill by joining Simple Mobile, you can click the annotation right here, link down below in the description box, and you can learn how to save money and get in on the simple way of doing wireless. Oh yeah. Hey there guys, how are you? Thanks for joining me for an all new Ask Anything. I'm here in the new Flick Cave. I just shot a movie night video. I might do a Purge Anarchy movie review. I have some things to say about the movie. I just feel compelled to do it, even though it's going to be a few days late. But definitely check out the new upcoming movie night. We talk about American Psycho and Transcendence. So yeah, it'll be a good time, and make sure to bring the popcorn. By the way, I did shoot a vlog today talking about this right here. Look at all that. Oh yeah, all the Blu-rays back on the shelf. And it was a painstaking process, but I do have a vlog video that should be up here in the next day or so, so look out for that. But let's jump into your questions here. Do you like Lone Survivor? It's the answer we don't need, but the one we deserve. Yeah, Lone Survivor. Now let's talk about that. I get this question a lot. I didn't see Lone Survivor until 3 days ago. Alright, my sister was in town, it was late, we're like, there's nothing to do. We went to the Red Box, got Lone Survivor. And I put it in. It's a Peter Berg movie, and if you don't know who Peter Berg is, he directed that atrocious abomination against humanity known as Battleship, which was the most bloated wannabe Michael Bay movie I've ever seen in my life. But Lone Survivor was a damn good movie. Now, I knew the true story going into it, and I was hoping that this movie would put me on the edge of my seat, and it did. This is how you make a nice action war movie. You know, the story's somewhat simple, but some of the intense situations that these Navy SEALs found themselves in, it felt like you were right there, and it was brutal. Like, you see these guys falling down this cliff, they're all getting fucked up, hitting trees, landing on rocks, they're bleeding, they're tattered, they're torn, but they're still in the fight. It was pretty damn good. And Ben Foster, one of the stars of this movie, who plays one of the Navy SEALs, one of the most underrated actors in Hollywood. Like, why can't this guy just break out? You know, he always plays supporting roles, but he's always the best actor in the majority of the movies that he's in. In my opinion, he steals most of the scenes. And he's kind of a badass. So yeah, I loved Lone Survivor, and I loved the way that the movie looks, and I think Peter Berg redeemed himself with making Battleship with Lone Survivor. So, love the movie. And speaking of Lone Survivor, here's this question. Say something really creepy with your Mark Wahlberg impression. Okay, here it goes. Hey, what are you doing over there, little girl? Hey, come here. You want some ice cream? Come here, it's down in my basement. Do you like pickles? I like pickles. Say hi to your mother for me, because you're never going to see her again. Was that too... I think I went too far with that. Never again. Do you think Ben Affleck will make a good Batman? At first, I was hesitant, because you look at Ben Affleck's past movies, you look at things like Daredevil, and you're like, okay, I don't know what the fuck that was, but Jennifer Gardner looked kind of hot, but everything else was ass. Now, a lot of people like Daredevil, and is it the worst comic book movie ever made? No. We'll leave that to other movies like Superman 4, Quest for Peace, or, I don't know, the first Fantastic Four movie, or Elektra. But, yeah, Ben Affleck, I think he's going to make a good Bruce Wayne, and judging by that first picture that they released of him in the bat suit standing in front of the Batmobile, he looks pretty damn good in the suit. A buff Batman? That's kind of cool. I'm glad that Batman's on the juice. It looks like the Dark Knight Returns-esque kind of Batman, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I think Ben Affleck will pull it off. Alright, let's keep going here. The next question is, John, what is your opinion on slipcovers? Slipcovers for movies. Talking about these things right here, people. I like slipcovers. I think they add to it. The presentation's a little bit nicer. You put it on your shelf. It's a little like it's like a little sweater that your movie can put on when it's cold. I just think they look nicer. So, yeah. I like slipcovers. I prefer them. Hey, John the Flickster, I really want to get a movie that I'm not allowed to see. I already ordered it once, but my parents saw the box and I got in trouble. I really need to add this movie to my collection of Blu-rays, but I don't know how. Got any ideas of what I should do? Yeah, I don't know what the movie is. If you're talking about the movie I think you're talking about, you just go to winktube.com. Find everything and anything you want there. It's very organized and categorized. You'll have a good time, buddy. Okay, John, what time of day do you prefer to work out? I usually find myself in the gym between the hours of 5 to 9 o'clock at night. Now, why? Because I just wake up in the afternoon, and that's what time I get around to going to the gym. I usually wait for my girlfriend to get home, then we go to the gym together. We take some pre-workout. I take a little bit of protein afterwards. I sit in the sauna. I get a little goopy. It feels really nice, and you get a nice little glimmer, and you get shiny like a disco ball. But my recommendation to you is if you're going to go to the gym, go within the first 12 hours of waking up. So if you wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, go before 6 o'clock at night. Go to work, get off, and immediately go to the gym. Why? Well, in my opinion, if you're awake any longer than 12 hours and you go to the gym to train and have a very intense session lifting weights, any longer than 12 hours, you're probably going to feel tired and a little bit less motivated. But if you go a little bit earlier, you might have more energy before you burn it all off. That's just my recommendation. By the way, answering questions off a phone sucks. I need my laptop. Okay. Would you like to see a Godzilla movie made in the way of a Rocky movie is made, including the montage of Godzilla training to get ready to fight some other giant-ass monsters? Winner takes all, loser takes the fall. Absolutely. I would love to see that training montage. Could you imagine it, Godzilla going around like the city, picking up cars, like their dumbbells, and like he's on the bottom of a bridge doing pull-ups, and there's some classic 1980s hard rock ballad playing in the background? Fuck yeah. John, let's pretend you're tied down. Would you rather watch the Twilight Saga or the Transformers trilogy? I'd rather watch Bayformers 10 times in a row before I had to watch all 3 Twilight movies. Was there even 3? Yeah, we'll just say there's 3. Like that chick, the pale chick and the sparkly guy, and she's biting her lip like that, looking all unsure, and she wants to bang the wolf boy? I can't watch all that. My brain would explode, my heart would give out, my will to live would fade away. Yeah, no thank you. Next question. Okay, if you could be any one of the Fantastic Four based on their powers alone, which one would you want to be? Who would want to be the Thing? You know, a rocky, clunky... Yeah, you could never have fun alone time. You're always crumbling all over the place. There's just too much friction involved. Now, Elastic Man, the guy who stretches, that could be fun. That could be a lot of fun, but I don't know. The Human Torch... That's pretty badass to turn yourself into fire, but what if I do it at the wrong time? Then I burn down my house and everything's fucked. Turning invisible would always be nice. That is a good... Yeah, turning invisible would be very good. You know what? I'd rather be the Human Torch. You turn into fire, you look like a badass, and you fly around. Yeah, I'd be the Human Torch. Hey, John, I was wondering if you liked the Green Lantern movie starring Ryan Reynolds. Hang on a second here. Now, I'm not proud of this, but I did it. Don't ask why. I have an addiction. I bought Green Lantern, the steelbook that actually came in like the DVD size steelbook. Now, I wanted to like this movie. Is this a good movie? Absolutely not. Is it a watchable movie? Yes, at certain points, but it is sloppily written. Some of the green screen effects are some of the worst effects I've ever seen in a movie. It's surprising like they allowed this to happen. Do I think Ryan Reynolds is at fault? No, it's just a terrible script. But visually, sometimes it is fun to look at. But yeah, not a good movie. I was trying to think of more to say about this movie, but just thinking about it, there's not much to say. Hey Flick Man, here's a question. Now that you have seen Transformers Age of Extinction, what do you expect from the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? What do I expect? Not much. It definitely looks like it's going to be a mediocre movie. Now, I'm a huge Ninja Turtles fan. I want this to be good. But the more and more I see from it, I'm just like, that feels off. It doesn't feel right. And I don't like the way that the movie looks. Visually, it looks junky to me. You know, it looks like they're using too much contrast and trying to hide the CGI elements at all costs, like a lot of shaky cam, a lot of blurry, fast action movements. You know, it just doesn't look like a nice, quality-looking movie. Am I going to see it? Absolutely. If it's good, I will admit it. But my big complaint with that new Ninja Turtles movie is if you watch the trailers, it's just something about the way that the movie looks. It just it looks sloppy. Hey John, if you had the chance to spend a day with an action legend, who would you pick? Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone? Well, no, you know, blah, blah, blah. Hey, what are you doing over there? I think I just spit all over. Okay, I'd definitely go with Arnold. I've seen interviews with Sylvester Stallone. He kind of seems like a dick a little bit. I don't know. But I'd probably go with old Arnie because I think he has some great life advice. The guy's very motivational. And I just want to talk about his baby oiled pecs all day. So I think that'd be awesome. Do you buy every movie that comes out or just some that you want? And yeah, no, I don't buy every movie that comes out. Some people do, but I don't. I literally just buy the movies I feel like kind of watching. Now, do all the movies that I buy, or do I consider them good? No, I kind of like watching junk every once in a while. It's needed. You can't watch pretentious art house films all day long. You gotta watch a little bit of sloppy junk every once in a while to feel good about yourself. What badass mentor is your favorite? Morpheus, Ben Kenobi, Gandalf, Ra's al Ghul, or Magneto? Morpheus, just, I don't know if I would have taken the pill. Like, some guy off the street hands you 2 pills saying you want to go down the rabbit hole. You don't take that shit. Ben Kenobi, maybe. I'd almost go with Yoda. I think Yoda, you didn't put him on the list, but I'm going to go with Yoda. For what you do is what you are. He doesn't even say that, but I just wanted to say. I'm gonna say Yoda, but Gandalf would be a close second. Hey Johnny Bane, what do you think the next Apes movie should be called? Well, you had Rise of the Planet of the Apes, you have Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and the next movie should be called Day of the Planet of the Apes. In my opinion, the storyline, I don't want to spoil anything for you, but obviously they're heading towards a big action battle climax. But you still have that in the first movie. They kind of teased you with the astronauts in space, so I hope they tie that into it. So that would be cool. Hey John, original Star Wars trilogy or Lord of the Rings? Oh, Star Wars all day long. I love that space adventure sci-fi aspect of it. That's what I'm all about. Now, fantasy adventure, I don't mind it. I like it, but I'm more of a sci-fi vibe guy. I mean, lightsabers, yeah. Lightsabers. My brain just went blank right there. I was gonna say something about Darth Vader and Yoda, but yeah, I just like the whole Star Wars vibe more than Middle Earth. That's just me, but I don't know. What do you guys prefer? Let me know down below. Did you like the news about Thor turning into a girl? Yeah, let's talk about that. Now, does this mean in the Marvel movie universe Thor is going to be a girl? No, this just means in the comic book universe of things. Do I care? Not really, but I find it kind of dumb that they had to turn Thor into a woman. Like, why not just make a new character, have it an Asgardian chick, give her a different name? Why do you have to, I don't get why you have to call her Thor. Is it necessary? No, it just seems a little bit unimaginative to me. Okay, and the last question of the day is, hey John, do you have Netflix? If so, what do you think of it? I do have Netflix. I actually am not paying for it right now. My friend has an account, and if you have Netflix, you can allow other people to use your account from different computers. All you need is their password login information. But yeah, Netflix, it's okay. It's convenient. If you don't feel like going to pick out a movie and you just feel like, you're sitting down to eat and you don't really give a shit about what's on the TV and you just want something in the background, Netflix is okay. I have come across a few movies on there that I probably would never normally watch, and I click play, and I was like, yeah, that was okay. But it's okay. Is it worth $8-9 a month? Yeah, absolutely. There's a ton of content on there, and if you don't have a huge movie collection, why not? It's definitely cheaper than cable. What are we even talking about anymore? So anyway, guys, yeah, that's all the questions I'm going to answer for tonight because my brain's leaking out of my ear and I might do a Purge Anarchy movie review. So anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up this Q&A Ask Anything. And as usual, down below in the comments, ask anything and everything. I'll answer it next week. Also, make sure you watch my last Q&A where I offered to give away some free LED home theater kit lights. All you got to do is comment on that video saying that you want the lights and give me a reason why. and go to my Facebook page, which is linked down below. Give me a thumbs up, and you're all good to go. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.